If you're a player who can consistently use speed to get downhill and create an advantage on your defender, it opens up a lot, both for you to score and to open up teammates. And the best part is you don't have to be the fastest player in the world to consistently get downhill. It's more about just maximizing what speed you do have to consistently get here on defenders, and then just be able to play out of that and execute. So in this training session we just had in Sydney, Australia, this was the big focus, developing various techniques in 1v1 and different 2v2 and 3v3 situations to make the game easier for yourself. As always, hope you guys enjoy, can take something from this video. Let's get into it. So, simple little warm-up drill here. You don't have to go full speed yet, but I want you guys to quickly ramp up, okay? You're going, ball is on the ground. We're going towards this basket right here. All right, starting up, so you're kind of relaxed in a high position here. Whenever you want to, you are dropping, scooping the ball off the floor, and then in stride going 1, 2, any 3 moves you want to jump from as far as you can to finish. I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then jumping to finish from there, okay? Now, the rule is you gotta do something different every time, really be creative. If you lose the ball and it flies across the gym, I'm cool with that, try it out. Yeah, there we go, not bad. So, one of the big focuses here is change of level as well. So you're starting super relaxed. When you go, it's just a quick drop to the ground and go, let's go. Oh yeah, there we go. Try one more time. Try not to break your stride. Try not to break your stride. You can do whatever you want to with those, yes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There we go. That's good. Let's go. Try it again. Oh yeah. So start up, come back, come back, come back. Ball is on the ground. You're acting like you're just relaxed. You're just here. Whenever you can go, you're dropping down quick into it. All right? Let's go. Yep. Rather than going here, and just one straight into that next dribble. So I like this one as a warm-up a lot because you can kind of ramp up the speed. It's getting you moving fluidly with the ball in stride and then finishing at high speed straight from that dribble. Again, as far back as you can, you have 2 dribbles here. First dribble, you're just pushing it out and kind of letting that ball float in your hand, okay? So first dribble looks something like this. I'm letting that ball float. The second dribble, I'm gonna switch hands. So if I'm here, I'm switching hands and getting straight up into a finish. Okay, so that has to be super quick on the second one. I'm going again, 1 to cover ground, and 2, straight up into the finish from there, okay? Really challenge the speed that you go from here up into that finish. That can be a different move each time, all right? Oh yeah. And try to get one of these where you're pushing out, and then going from there. So really let that ball just kind of spin in your hand. Yep, get by me, boom, straight into it. There we go. Yes, get by me, try to get past it slow. So look, a lot of you guys are also like, you're here. Okay, versus like literally just a full sprint into it. So I'm here, I'm sprinting, rather than kind of shuffling my way here. Maybe say this real quick. Sprint there, yeah, boom, there you go. That finish, once you're here, it's just one hand up into it. Try that now to challenge yourself. Let's go. 30 seconds. For this one, your only goal is to jump from as far as you can, okay? So you have 1 dribble, you can start back here. If you don't feel as comfortable covering ground, you can maybe start a little bit closer, but you're taking 1 big push out dribble here, and let's say everything is off of 2 feet, jumping as far as you can to then finish at the rim, okay? So everything has to be underhand at the rim. Who wants to show me real quick? You can go 1 push here. Yep. Oh, send out as far as you can. Try it out. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. 1 more. Hey, yo, that's crazy. So one thing a lot of players don't work on is finishing with high horizontal speeds towards the basket. This adds in a whole different dynamic. They gotta hang in the air and finish on the way down, find the touch at, again, a super high speed. And this is gonna apply as we start attacking that rim hard. 10, 9, 8. If I had to ask you guys why we warmed up with 3 drills, or with those 3 drills, what would your answer be?
Ball control, controlling the ball in the air, getting into athletic positions quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Those are 3 really good qualities that we covered over the course of those drills.
Getting us uncomfortable with our finish.
Yeah, for sure. Who felt a little bit outside of their comfort zone on those drills? Okay, good. You should be challenging yourself. You should be challenging ball control at high speeds, body control in the air, all these different qualities that we can work on. Defense is going to start, if I'm here, for example, you're going to put your right foot to my right foot, okay? Now, from here, whenever I go, I'm trying to get to the opposite side of the basket. You can slide and try to cut me off, or you can take an angle back this way, okay? So if I'm here, I'm trying to drive through, yes, and I'm just finishing with that little 1 or 2 step finish, okay? You will get contact, so once you do get that contact, okay, try to kind of push through that, drive through it, try to initiate the contact a little bit early, and try to get creative with different ways around this area to finish once you have a little bit of that advantage. So a lot of what we focus on in this workout is getting an advantage with your speed and attacking downhill. So they're going to be in this position a lot where maybe they're shoulder to shoulder with their defender. And getting them creative and comfortable finishing with an advantage is huge, because now once they learn to create that, it's that much easier to put it all together. Similar start. Now I'm starting, rather than even feet here, I'm starting with my foot across, okay? So I'm kind of like in an inverted stance here. I can do anything I want to play out of this with 2 dribbles. But it has to be at the rim or a floater, all right? So I'm here, I could go like behind the back out of there. I could spin out of there. I could even kind of fake it. I'm going this way and attack from there. But again, you have to get to either a layup or a floater. And the new rule is you are not allowed to do the same thing twice, okay? So let's say you make it behind the back and then get to like, you know, a regular kind of extension layup. You can still do it behind the back, but you got to find a new finish. Okay? So it can't just be the same way to score over and over again. Try to expand your game a bit in that sense. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Not bad. As soon as you take this and you get into this space, try not to let him recover and kind of push here. As soon as you get this little advantage, let's say you're here, right? You're trying to slow it back this space, because if you've been kind of so defense is going to start roughly on the free throw line here. Okay, you may want to move it back a little bit from here depending on the difficulty, but we'll kind of play that by ear. Okay, you're about 1 arm's length away from the defense here. The only 2 rules, I guess, are that defense can only backpedal. Okay, so defense is not allowed to turn and slide or sprint. They can only backpedal here. Offensively, I have to get my shoulder past his shoulder for the rep to count. Okay, so it's basically a race for me to get past him, considering that he's backpedaling and I'm sprinting. So you really got to attack hard. So let's say we're here. If we go kind of like half speed, my goal is to get past here and score. If I can do that, it'll count. If he does a good job of recovering and I don't push hard enough or with enough speed and I score, but it doesn't get by his shoulder, it doesn't count. All right? Try it out real quick. So again, you'll start off a live dribble here. You can go kind of like a change of speeds, and then you can either go a push out, you can kind of push with a cross. It's up to you. All right? There we go. So look, that would be a point if you made it, but it's pushing you into these higher speeds because you're like, oh shit, I have to get past their shoulder. So again, really push hard. Defense, do your best job to backpedal and stop that from happening. Let's go 3 minutes here. Make it, take it with your partner. So this is a good game to force the offensive player to really push to get that advantage and get their shoulder past the defender. Most times, if you can do this and then take the right angle and can finish with speed, you're in a pretty good position to finish at the rim. But obviously finishing at this super high speed when you're worried about getting around or past that defender is the toughest part, but that's why we're working on it.
Step back a little bit so you have more space. Now, it does not have to be only a layup. So, if you're getting downhill, you feel like they're backpedaling and doing a good job, you can also stop for a quick pull-up or a floater. If you shoot a layup, that's where you have to get your shoulder past.
Now, another good step to being able to score moving downhill is also using the speed and this threat of getting to the basket to get a defender on their heels and then pull up from there.
how was that, the last few drills, I guess, in terms of your comfort level and the speeds that you were going at? What did you guys feel in those last couple drills? Okay, uncomfortable, good, sure. That's a good step one. Why are those type of things uncomfortable? Like that drill in particular. Okay, a lot of time we don't play that fast, for sure, 100%. How often do you guys feel like you train really attacking downhill at full speed?
Definitely ever.
I mean, the answer could be every day, but like, at least for me, when I watch players train, we'll start in like, and even when I train, I'll start in like at the 3-point line, and I'm kind of imagining a stationary defender, not much of a momentum advantage. Even if you're not the fastest player in the world, you can use these momentum and speed advantages in a very, very, very valuable way, okay? What are some times in a game where you may have a speed advantage or some space to kind of get ahead of steam into a defender? On a switch, yes, so sometimes you get a switch on the ball screen and you're really attacking big, for sure. I heard a couple more. Yeah, if you're attacking a drop, sometimes you can attack with speed. Off the catch, yeah, sometimes you get a stampede, right? Off the catch, you got like a long closeout, you can really stampede that and attack with momentum. Great one.
An outlet.
Okay, off an outlet, right, in transition. A lot of the time, especially with how fast the game is becoming, we can attack in transition. So, if you guys can get good at this, there are a lot of situations where you can get bang for your buck there, okay?
If you're facing the bucket, okay, you are as close to the wall as possible. We'll say you can get it, step back a couple steps. All right, whenever you turn around, it is live. You have 3 seconds to score a layup, all right? Whenever he turns around. All layups, okay, 3 seconds. We'll say if you are in line waiting and you're next up, you are counting down as soon as the defense turns around.
3, 2, 1.
Now we are going to say you can now add in a pull-up, okay, if it is in stride. So you're not going to slow down to shoot your pull-up. You're just stopping at a dime, rising up. All right?
You will say go. Whenever you say go, you guys are racing to the basket. The first one to finish will win, okay? However, if I say stop at any point, you guys are stopping for a pull-up, and if you make it, that counts as a point. Only rule is, my bad, you have to go around this. So you're taking this angle around this. Go! Stop! Woo! Right, that's not an easy shot, which is why we're working on it, okay? So again, it's a race. Don't even think about the stop. If you hear stop, however you are, wherever you are in your stride, you're popping up as fast as you can for the pull.
So a lot of the time, a limiting factor for players in terms of attacking downhill is just being able to stop. If they know they can't decelerate super quickly and raise up into a pull-up or get into space, then they're probably not going to attack that hard, because why would they if they can't decelerate from that? So this is a great drill to get them really moving at a high speed towards the rim, but then also decelerating and shooting from maybe somewhat weird foot positioning.
Go! Drill starts when defense brings both feet outside of the 3-point line. So you're going to be here, you're going to go 1, 2. As soon as you see that, you can attack and get downhill. That should give you a little bit of an advantage. So like, let's say you go slow motion here. As soon as I see it, I'm attacking, okay? Now it's going to be a 1v2 here, or I guess, yeah, 1v2 here, but I have a little bit of an advantage. From here, I have to slow down in the paint. Okay, we've been working a lot on obviously pushing our pace and really playing at a high speed. But if you're able to play at that high speed, attack and get downhill, and then also have the composure to slow down and make better decisions, more controlled finishes in the paint, you're probably going to be a pretty good basketball player, okay? Use that pace to kind of float stuff around there. Yeah, real quick, listen up. I'm gonna make an adjustment. This player right here, this defender, is not allowed to use their arms. Their arms have to remain behind their back until they shoot the ball. Okay, so let's say I'm driving on you, okay? I get here, once I start to pick it up and get into that shot, he can use his arms, but around this area, arms behind the back. There we go. Yes, let's go. Try to slow down as much as you can. Oh yeah, all right. Now you go. That helps you?
We're going to start a few feet or a few meters off the three-point line, okay? So we'll have you here, and then we're going to go, you are going to be, we'll say, anywhere a few meters in front of the three, or on the inside of the three, but you're facing the opposite way, okay? There's going to be a passer at each basket, okay? Whenever you turn around and run, the passer's going to throw it. The rule is you have to catch the ball inside the three-point line, but you're running into the three-point line. You cannot just step, hold, and then wait, okay? Does anybody know what that would be called? Stampede, okay? All right, let's actually get Coach Coleman here to demonstrate really quickly, all right? We'll have you step to the side. All right, good. You just play defense. Yep, whenever you turn around, you're closing out and you throw it, all right? So we all saw he ran through the ball and continued his momentum to the bucket. All right. So find a few spots around the three-point line, and we'll go. All right.
So obviously up to this point, most of what we've been doing is off the dribble, but being able to get downhill and create advantages with speed using things like stampedes here is huge as well, because most times for the vast majority of players, most of your attacks will be off of the catch. So if you can get good at creating the advantage like this, it's going to add a lot of opportunities to your game.
Also, instead of just going towards the ball, you can also, let's say you pass to me, I can also go this way away from the ball as well. Solid. Shot, boy. Take ball right here, I'll be passer. Okay, so in addition to attacking the ball moving downhill, a lot of the time we can also set up catches better by moving laterally to the side, okay? So for example, something I always say about stampedes is like act like the ball is like a magnet, okay? Like it's a magnet and you're literally just like kind of running through that ball because you're attracted to that, okay? So similar thing here, you're gonna start facing the three-point line, all right? You'll start a little bit closer to the three-point line, like yep, right there. Defense is gonna start by going out and touching the three-point line, all right? Whenever you do that, I'm making a pass to one side or the other, okay? So bring it back a little bit. Yep, so whenever I see him go, I can pass to one side or the other. Now, goal for the offensive player is to really, let's say you make a pass either way, all right? To really move to the side, so I'm sprinting through this and then getting my energy moving downhill this way, okay? So if we go one quick rep here, yep, I'm trying to get downhill and then play, off of that, all right? Use that pass, that sideways pass, to really create an angle for yourself to get lateral and then downhill spin. Try one rep. Once I pass, I'm out of the way. Solid. All right? Go! Hey! 9. Go! Hey! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So if I'm you real quick, you're starting on 1 foot, okay? You can take a dribble if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. But from here, you have 2 strides to score. Now, again, like we talked about a little bit earlier, we've been focusing a lot on pushing the pace going downhill, moving really fast. Now, really focus on how you can use lower speeds to deceive this defender. Okay, so you can go maybe like a fast first one, a slow second one. Maybe you can go like a slow, fast. You can go whatever angle you would like to. You're just using those 2 strides to be creative with that, okay? Oh yeah, I knew that was coming. Switch it, switch it. Not bad, okay? Now, let's make it a rule here that you have to slow down at some point. You have to slow down, and I don't want to see just like a little slow. I want you guys to really use your pace to find control and deceive that defender.
Now, as we touched on a little bit earlier, if you're going to be attacking at a high speed, whether it's off the catch, off the dribble, being able to also slow down and play with more pace around the rim is huge. It'll give you more control, better windows to read defenders and make decisions, and overall help you convert those opportunities more.
We are having trouble a little bit finishing around the rim at higher speeds. So now we're gonna kind of isolate that here really quickly. So let's get one guy to demonstrate. Anywhere around the rim, okay, we're gonna say try to go to a different spot every time it's your turn. You're gonna get 2 reps, and then your partner's gonna get 2 reps. You're gonna start here. We'll say for now, you're gonna start on 1 foot, okay? I am going to push him pretty hard at a different angle every time. He's gonna be pretty off balance. He's gonna try to gather himself and go up as quick as possible and finish, okay? Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, okay. All right, so now I'm gonna push him a little bit harder. Obviously, we may not need to push guys that hard, but if it is too easy, then I would recommend to push them a little bit harder.
You guys are at maximum 1 step. If you can, as soon as you get pushed, just try to get it up into the air. Just challenge yourself on that. Let's go straight. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Get it in the air before the first step. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Big push. Big push. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's stepping. Nice. So, key here. A lot of what we've been focusing on is more so individual getting downhill, right? You, another defender, creating an advantage on them just one-on-one. Most times in a game, you'll have times to do that, but you also want to be able to work with teammates and out of certain triggers and certain actions with certain, even not sets, but certain ways to get downhill a little bit easier, okay? So we're gonna show you guys 3 different looks that you can start to implement when you are playing, whether this is in an actual game, whether you're playing pickup, whether you're playing 2v2, 3v3. Very simple things that you can use to get downhill a little bit easier. Number 1 is a grenade handoff. Does anybody know what a grenade handoff is? This offensive player, to start where they can get the best angle, let's say we're playing on this basket right here, this middle one. Okay, you guys are trying to get the best angle you possibly can to get downhill here. Okay, now what's happening here is this offensive player is dribbling up, so uphill towards his teammate, and you are coming off of this handoff with speed and momentum to get downhill just like we've been working on. Not bad, yeah. Yo, that was good, okay? 3 reads here that I want you guys to look for. Number 1 is just attack off of that. So get the handoff, go downhill, you can maybe make a dump off pass there. Number 2, let's say both of these defenders come out towards me. What can this offensive player do, my teammate? Yes, okay? A fake here, and then go and attack from there. Last one, they actually just started to get into a little bit there. If he does a good job chasing me over, okay, what they can look for is he's pivoting, yes, and throwing it over the top there, okay? Watch out, you guys.
Clear. There we go. One shot. We're going to work on what is called a step-up screen. Do you know what a step-up screen? Do you guys know step-up screens? Okay, perfect. So you're going to come set this step up. Goal for this is we are trying to get downhill towards the baseline, okay? So once you come off of this, you guys defensively can communicate what you want to do, switch or stay, but your goal is to really try to get downhill and create. You can roll to the bucket, you can pop, all right, but really try to set a strong screen to allow him to get downhill and then play off of it. Sure, you reject as well. Okay. Is for this, we have to try to create an advantage right away off of the step-up screen. If it does not happen, it's a turnover. So really try to play around. You can slip if you want off of that. You can pop, but we got to try to create an advantage off the initial action. If not, it's dead. So as he is coming up to set the screen, instead of actually screening, he is going to run out to space. Okay, so now we can throw that in there. I want you guys to really try to be unpredictable and mess around with if you're going to set the screen or if you're going to run off it. One thing I want to point out too is this guy that is coming to set the screen, play around with your pace. So if you feel like you're going to ghost it, don't just sprint all the way through every single time. Maybe you jog, act like you're about to set it, and then take off. Okay? Again, have to create an advantage right away off of it. What's another option if we don't want to hit it? What can we do? We can just go. Yup. We can also turn around and re-screen. So I really want you guys to be vocal, communicate what you want. Maybe you say step up, and then last second you tell him ghost. Maybe after he ghosts, you tell him to turn around and set you another one. Okay, so try to play around with different options. All right, let's go. We're a three-man action now that is going to help us again try to get downhill because that's what the focus has been today. So give me three guys from this side on offense, okay, and then three guys matching up on defense. I need a guy here with the ball, a trailer over here, and then a guy that is at the break as well. All right, you can have the ball here. Okay, we are going to get into what we call pistol, okay? So all pistol is it's going to start, ball handler's here. You have the option. You can communicate and you can say step, or you can say ball screen. You can call him up for a screen and we can go into that step up. You can get downhill, or you can stay and we can throw it ahead to him. And now we're going to play off of what we call a get. So you can throw it ahead, and now you can come chase it for a handoff. Okay, so kind of like the grenade earlier, you can come and dribble towards it and we can play off of that. Now, where this third guy is involved, okay, is he is going to choose what he kind of wants to do out of what these two guys play off. So, let's say we get into the ball screen or the step up, okay, and off of this, we can have you either stay spaced or you can come try to get him open maybe for a flare. Come back this way. You know what a flare is? Okay, flare, we're just going to be setting a screen for him to open him up to the perimeter here. Okay, if you keep it, let's say you keep it, okay, we can have this guy come set a ball screen as well, or if you hand it off, we go straight into a flare. So I know that's a lot of different options. We went over those very quickly. What we're going to say is every time that you guys are up, you have to find a new way to score out of this. There's endless options, so try to really experiment and explore with different things.
Reset it.
Left, switch.
Figure it out.
All right, before we finish out, you have to find 10 people to show some love to, dap them up, give them a hug, whatever it may be. 10 seconds to find 10 people. Let's go.
Come on, boy. Good job, my guy. Yes, sir. Good job, boy. Way to work. Good stuff.
Okay, great stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, sir. There we go. So I always find it important to, after each workout, what's the tendency to, I guess as really any basketball player, what's our tendency to go do after a workout?
Move on.
Realistically, what do you guys do after a workout? Get on your phone. And you just, I do it, all the players in our gym do it for the most part. As much as I would like to think that we were taking advantage of that time, most times we go and we check Instagram, we check the text that we got or whatever it may be. I find it very important to take at least a few minutes after any session to reflect on what you just did and consolidate all of that knowledge. So right now, I'm gonna ask you guys, what did you learn? What did you struggle with? What were you good at today? And we'll just get some ideas, throw them out there, and just think about it for even just 1 or 2 minutes.
In the speed of the game.
Okay.
Other people are.
Okay. Would you say that was like a struggle or something? Okay. Sure.
Shooting off balance.
Okay. Yep. So shooting shots around the rim off balance. What else?
Finishing around.
Like how to change speeds when that.
Nice. How to change speeds when you're going really fast and you got to slow down.
Finishing around the rim with speed.
Okay. Finishing with speed for sure. Yes. Dribbling under pressure. Did a lot of that today.
Change of pace in the paint.
Okay, change of pace in the paint, for sure. Is there anything else, let's say if you guys had to take one thing today that you want to move forward with and continue to improve on, what would that be? Let's get a couple of these. Okay, yeah, for sure, off balance shots around that rim area, yeah.
Driving in fast, like stopping or...
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Footwork off the catch.
Footwork off the catch, yes, with that stampede, good one.
Making decisions in the high speed situation.
Yes, okay. So, number one, remember these things, okay? I'm not saying every player has to have a journal or a list on their phone that they go through. I always suggest it, but I also know how fast lifestyles we live and most players aren't willing to do that. But at least take this time after every workout to reflect on what you just did, how certain things feel, what you struggle with, and how you can move forward and continue to progress on those things, okay?
As always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you took a few things from this video that you can start to apply either in a game or in a workout. Make sure to go experiment with these things ASAP and see which ones you can really add to your game.